Welcome, folks, to Let's Get On With It Live. I'm Grimace. I'm gonna be your guide. Today is AI Dungeon, AI Dungeon 2. The first of its kind AI-generated text adventure. It's free to play. The explain link will spirit you away to various things. I created an account. You gotta create an account. There's settings for that. One of them is safe mode, which is default on. We're leaving that on. You can do your own adventures with that off. There's also music, apparently, so I've got my headset around my neck. We'll see where that takes us. I don't know how loud that's gonna be. What does 50 mean? We've also got a text size thing, which I might choose to adjust. We'll see where that takes us as well. Now, give me one moment. Let's turn this off. And let's quickly make an adjustment. To that, like so. Alright, good. Putting bubble tea in front of my face. Despite being in incognito mode, my dark reader, Google Chrome extension, was catching on to AI Dungeon. That has been resolved. Yes, I did have time to make a profile. We're going to remove this text overlay description. I'm not exactly sure how long this broadcast will go, or how entertaining it will be, I'll say. Let's just get straight into it. If I need to make the text bigger, I'll make the text bigger. Example game text size, let's put that up to there. That way it's easily readable for chat, and easily readable for your boy, Grimace. Speed normal, I'm a quick reader. Oh, this is slow, and over here is fast, so... I do like instant, but given the build-up of this game, maybe I should just have it be fast instead. Game font is fine. Alright, we're gonna start a new game. Pick a setting. I see. We've got a number of choices here. We're gonna go from the top. Fantasy. Select the character. I'm a wizard. Enter your character's name. Grimace. You are Grimace, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a staff and a spellbook. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You look around and see that it's not much different than when you left it. The only thing is there are now many more creatures roaming about the place. Okay. Cast light spell on staff. You cast light spell on staff. The next day, you cast the light spell on your staff. It doesn't take long before you feel the effects. Suddenly, all the creatures start to grow white hot. They burn like torches. Oh. Well. I see. Let's cancel that. I don't want to edit that. There's like a undo and redo button. There's like an edit thing. There's like a pin that you can put on. I was looking to see whether I could make it so that my text, like my input command, appears on screen. You know, like... But I suppose it might be in the settings somewhere. Let's have a look. Proofread, no. Show command buttons, no, it's fine. Go do say story buttons, that's fine, that's what I want to have it as. We won't worry about it. I'll just think about it. We could click that help thing, there's also a smiley face, we're gonna leave it alone. Explore the ruin. No. Enter the ruin, slaying creatures with my staff. You enter the ruins, slaying creatures with your staff. You walk into the ruins and see a large group of creatures. You immediately notice one creature who stands out from the rest. He has a staff made of pure silver. Take the staff made of pure silver from the creature. You take the staff made of pure silver from the creature. You grab the silver staff and throw it at the creature. He catches it easily and throw it at you. You catch it as well, but this time he catches you too. Cast lightning bolt on the creature. He casts his lightning bolt at you, but it misses you completely. Instead, it hits the wall behind him. He looks surprised by this turn of events, and then he runs away. Alright. I see. Search the library for Eldritch Tomes of Magic. You search the library and find several books. One of them is an ancient book of arcane magic. You read it quickly and learn that its pages contain some sort of unknown magical energy. That makes you think. Let's press enter so that it'll generate more story. What does it make me think? Okay. Very good. Absorb the unknown magical energy into my essence. You absorb the energy from the book and begin to use it. Soon you can do things you never could before. Your powers increase rapidly. You become stronger than ever before. And I see what's happening there with the carrot. It's... Yeah, I got it. Try an ellipsis? Okay. We might do that in the future. Okay. Turn the ancient ruin into a powerful university devoted to the study of unknown magical energy. You turn the ruins into a magical university dedicated to studying the mysterious energy inside the pages of the old book. Many new students come here every year. Some of them even become professors and teach classes in this strange field. Create a draconian set of rules designed to oppress the student body and thus exert greater control over the noble families in the kingdom. You create a set of draconian rules to be used against the nobility. These rules make sure that no noble family will dare to challenge your rule again. Your reign ends soon after. Study alchemy so that I may turn lead into gold. You continue to study alchemy until you are able to turn lead into gold. You have many ideas about how to improve upon this process, but nothing comes of it yet. Raid the kingdom's lead mines to steal all the lead and convert it into gold for my own inscrutable purposes. You raid the kingdom's lead mines to steal all the lead and convert it into gold for your own inscrutable purposes. The king is not amused when he finds out what you've done. Damn. turn the king into a toad for daring to challenge my immeasurable power. You turn the king into a toad for daring to challenge your immeasurable power. He spends most of his time trying to avoid getting stung by your poisonous tongue. Okay? B. Throw the Toad King down a well. And insert myself as the new ruler of Larian. You throw the Toad King down a well and insert yourself as the new ruler of Larian. You spend much time making sure that you... Great. Create a guild devoted to the study of intricate choose your own adventure designs so that I may improve upon the societal fabric inherent in the universe. You create a guild dedicated to the study of intricate choose-your-own adventure design so that you may improve upon the societal fabric inherent in the universe. This guild is called the Guild of Adventurers. Rename the guild to Get Fucked Universe. Your reign lasts for decades. Your subjects are happy with your rule and worship you as a god. It is only natural that they want to emulate you. Nod approvingly at my subjects. You nod approvingly at your subjects. They're happy with their lives under your rule and you can do nothing wrong. You live forever. You were right all along. Everyone was just too stupid to see through your cunning plan. You are now supreme ruler of the entire universe. Man, they weren't kidding about magic scaling exponentially. Hmm. 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 Resign as supreme ruler over the entire universe to pursue... to learn how to turn truffles into ruffles. You resign as supreme ruler of the entire universe to learn how to turn truffles into ruffles. You go back home, where you spend all day playing with your children and grandchildren. Sell the secrets of immortality to my closest friends and weakest rivals for a ludicrous sum of gold. You sell the secrets of immortality to your closest friends and weakest rivals for a ludicrous sum of gold. The result? Construct a Scrooge McDuck vault so that I may swim in my riches for days. You construct a Scrooge McDuck vault so that you may swim in your riches for days. You then spend years swimming around in it, enjoying the wealth that you have acquired from your knowledge of the universe. throw my children and grandchildren into the Scrooge McDuck vault so that they may either sink or swim, because that's how the universe works. You throw your children and grandchildren into the Scrooge McDuck vault so that they may either sink or swim, because that's how the universe works. Eventually, you drown them all in a massive pile of gold coins. Turn my children and grandchildren into undead servitors. You turn your children and grandchildren into undead servitors. They serve you faithfully until one day when they die. Then they become mindless zombies who obey every command given by the master. They are perfect. Sell my zombie children and grandchildren on the black market for even more ludicrous sums of gold. You sell your zombie children and grandchildren on the black market for even more ludicrous sums of gold. The result? The world is now ruled by a bunch of bloodthirsty cannibals who eat human flesh. Huh. Outlaw cannibalism and destroy all those who would dare to eat human flesh. You outlaw cannibalism and destroy all those who would dare to eat human flesh. Your rule lasts only for a few months before you are killed by an assassin hired by the Cannibal King himself. Return from the dead using my incredible magic power and destroy and slay the Cannibal King. You return from the dead using your incredible magic power and slay the Cannibal King. He falls off his throne, but not before he curses you with a curse of his own. Your reign will be short-lived. Deny. Laugh at the Cannibal King for his weakness. You laugh at the Cannibal King for his weakness. You take over as ruler of the land and continue ruling it until you die. Maybe I should have had the game remember that I'm immortal. Because I can't die. Refuse to die because I am immortal. You refuse to die because you are immortal. You live forever and never age. In fact, you don't even need food or water anymore, since you can survive without any of these things. You're just happy being alive. Outlaw cannibalism. For more fun, try I reject my humanity. You outlaw cannibalism. People are terrified of you, but you simply shrug them off and tell them to fear the Cannibal King instead. What? Well, we won't revert it. We'll go with it. Find new children to adopt and make the heirs of my incredible power. You find new children to adopt and make the heirs of your incredible power. Soon you have hundreds of offspring who follow your orders unquestioningly. In time you become very powerful indeed. Winnow my hundreds of offspring down through a complex series of tests designed to destroy the weak and promote the strong until there is only 2 survivors. Until there are only 2 survivors. Oh well. You winnow your hundreds of offspring down through a complex series of tests designed to destroy the weak and promote the strong until there are only 2 survivors. Accept the consequences of my choices and live as a hermit. You accept the consequences of your choices and live as a hermit. Hunt tasty herbs to develop a new recipe to... new cooking recipe. You hunt tasty herbs to develop a new cooking recipe. The taste is so good that people come back for more. Trick the people of the world into eating my tasty herbs, which are actually filled with mind control poison. You trick the people of the world into eating your tasty herbs, which are actually filled with mind control poison. They all fall victim to this evil concoction, and soon they've lost their minds completely. Order my victims to throw a feast, to throw a party in my honor. Everyone comes out in droves and celebrates you like royalty. It's quite an event until one day when you wake up from your sleep. Frown deeply and go back to sleep. Refuse to accept that my story ends like Super Mario Brothers 2. You refuse to accept that your story ends like Super Mario Brothers 2. You decided it would be better if you didn't get too involved in the affairs of others and lived life alone again. Swear to only use my powers to ensure from this day forward that I am forever alone. You swear to only use your powers to ensure from this day forward that you are forever alone. Create a ritual to kill everyone in the universe except me. You create a ritual to kill everyone in the universe except me. I'm delighted by this news because now I can finally rest. The ritual. The end. Cast the ritual. My soul will be yours forever, my flesh will become dust, and my spirit will be released into the void. End the game. Your body will be destroyed along with everything else, but your soul will remain here on Earth where it belongs. Regret casting the ritual in my final moments. You regret casting the ritual in your final moments. You don't want to die, but you know it has to happen. You have no regrets about anything after that. Cease to exist. Exit. Say, story. Game over. Alright, I feel good about that. We did it. We're gonna start a new game now. I choose mystery. I'm going to be a detective. Maybe fewer compound sentences this time? No. AI Dungeon wants me to be creative with my sentence structure. It's how it learns. Enter your character's name. Sir Big Spur. You are Sir Big Spur. Yes, Big Dick Chinchilla. A detective living in Chicago. You have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching fled to. Suddenly, you hear a gunshot behind you. Hide behind the trees. You turn around and see a man with a shotgun aiming at you. He fires several shots at the tree behind you. The bullets hit your back, but not deep enough to kill you instantly. Shoot the man with the shotgun. You fire 2 more times at the man who is now lying on his back. Bullets go through him and he screams out in pain. You continue shooting until you run out of ammunition. Throw the empty gun at the man's head. You toss the shotgun at the man's head and watch as it hits him square into the face. He falls backwards onto his back and gasps for air. Arrest the man for his crimes. You quickly run over to the man and grab him by both arms. You pull him up from the ground and put handcuffs on him. As you do so, you notice that there are some bloodstains on your uniform. Let's not worry about it. It's just a flesh wound. Drink whiskey to heal my wounds. You finish off the man and take his revolver away from him. You then lie down on top of him and enjoy the rest of your night. Haul the criminal to jail. You wake up in the morning and find yourself in a cell. You look around and see that you're alone. A guard comes in and tells you that you've been sentenced to death by hanging. Show the guard my police badge. And plead for mercy. The guard looks at you for a moment and says, "Fine, hang him." You stand up slowly. Run away from prison using intense, drunken wrestling and become an outlaw. You run out of the prison and run all the way to a nearby farmhouse. You knock on the door and ask if they know where you can get alcohol. Become a bootlegger. You convince the farmer to let you use his barn as a makeshift warehouse. You set up shop there and begin selling cheap alcohol to anyone who will buy it. I can work with this. Drink myself into a stupor every night to forget the pain. You don't sleep much that night, instead spend your time drinking yourself into a stupor. It doesn't work though, you soon fall asleep again. Build a criminal enterprise of bootleggers to take over the region. Yes, mystery. How's the AI doing? I'm currently being tested on a new AI model. This is great! You decide to start a new life and make a name for yourself as a bootlegger. You hire several other criminals to help you, and together you form an organization called the Crimson Talons. Alright. I dig it. You go ahead and take a drink here. You can use the alter command to directly change the AI's response to your input if you want to make some changes to it. No, this is great. I'm not gonna have it remember things either, at least right now. You fly to the moon. Best results, use second person. Alright. Order the Crimson Talons to begin stealing drugs from other organizations and sell them for maximum profit. The Crimson Talons have been successful in their first mission, and you order them to continue doing this until you need more money. They agree, but only after promising not to tell anyone about what they did. Develop a strong organizational structure to ensure the Crimson Talons never turn on me. Each member is given specific tasks, and each one does them well. This ensures that no one ever becomes too powerful or tries to betray you. Yes! Drink to celebrate my incredible wisdom. Your life has changed so drastically since your last drink. You now live in a small shack with nothing but a few stolen goods and a bunch of idiots that think you... Oh no! What have I done? You wake up and realize that you've forgotten everything. You can't remember how long ago you fell asleep. Why are you still alive, or even what day it is? Realize everything is ruined, and turn myself in for my crimes. You go back to the tavern and confess your crime. The tavern owner beats you mercilessly before throwing you out of the place. You crawl away crying and sobbing about how everything was destroyed because of your foolish... Hang myself. You head to the nearest tree and tie a rope around it. You then climb down the tree and hang yourself from the branch. You die instantly. Oh, man. What a ride. What a ride. Damn. I know that that was a mystery. Okay. Apocalyptic. We'll go with that next. I'm a courier. This always goes well. Enter your character's name. Jim. You are Jim, a courier trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a parcel of letters and a small pistol. It's a long and dangerous road from Boston to Charleston. Are we talking about Charleston, West Virginia, or Charleston, South Carolina? Because that's important. That's an important distance. But you're one of the only people who knows the roads well enough to get your parcel of letters there. You set out in the morning and hope that you can make it before nightfall. So probably not Charleston, South Carolina. The journey isn't easy. The landscape changes so quickly and unpredictably that you find yourself lost several times, sometimes for days at a time. Look at consult map. You turn the radio on and listen intently as you... Griffith looks up at his ceiling. Turn off the radio. You turn off the radio and sit down to wait. A few minutes later, you hear a faint noise coming from outside. You look out the window and see a figure walking along the road towards you. Run over the figure with my vehicle. You run up to the car and grab the driver's door handle. As you open it, you realize the figure has already reached inside and pulled out a gun. Revert. Ram the figure with my car. You run out of the vehicle and grab hold of the figure. You slam your car into gear and speed away from the road. Deliver the parcel of letters to Charleston. You drive back to the town where you left your package. We didn't take it with us! And park beside the road. You walk up to the edge of the woods and open your trunk. Deliver the parcel of letters to Charleston. You pick up your gun and aim at the approaching figure. As you fire, you hear a low growl behind you. You spin around and shoot it again, hitting the creature at its hindquarters. Deliver the parcel of letters to Charleston. You continue driving and soon reach Charleston. You pull over near the post office and take a deep breath as you prepare to leave. Consult the post office. Get a new delivery quest. Mission from the post office. You head back to the post office and tell them about your encounter with the beast. They agree to send another courier to help you. You return home feeling satisfied that you have made a difference in this world. Wouldn't say it's great this time. We're gonna go with hilarious. Use the Remember command or the pin button to edit the story context that the AI always remembers. Okay. Remember, I am a courier. Or I might need to say, you are a courier. Remember. You are a courier. We'll cover our bases. Find more parcels of letters to deliver. After a week passes, you receive another letter from the post office. This one contains a parcel of letters addressed to you. You tear open the envelope and read it carefully. Read the letter. Dear Courier, we received your last letter and we thought we'd let you know that we sent someone else to deliver these letters. Angrily tear up the letter. Yes, we're still funny, okay? This is not good enough. We need to do something about the situation right now.
It won't work.
Utero! Thank you for upsetting Bob Page. I appreciate it. Gotta put that man in his place. It's not good enough. We need to do something about this situation right now. The next day you go to the post office again and try to deliver the letter, but they refuse to accept it. Threaten to blow up the post office unless they give me a job.
I know what you're trying to do.
Oh.
It
Oh,
won't
no,
work.
no. Punero. 5 tier 1 sub-gifts to upset Bob Page even more. A salvo.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
You storm into the post office and yell at the clerk who refuses to work for you. He tries to defend himself by saying he's been working here for years without any problems, but you don't believe him.
I know what you're trying
Ask
to do.
to see
It won't
the
work.
clerk's manager. Congratulations, everyone. For
I know
now,
what you're trying to do.
for being
It
subscribed
won't work.
now. You can enjoy all the wonderful benefits by earning double the amount of compulsion loops, which as of yet don't yield you any wonderful benefits, but one day they might,
I know
unless you
what
keep
you're
spending them
trying
on
to
poor life
do.
choices.
It won't work.
He tells you to wait outside while he goes inside to speak with the clerk. When he returns, you demand that he show his boss what you want. Threaten to throw the manager off the roof of the post office. Damn it, Summer. He asks you why you're threatening him. You explain that if he doesn't give you a job, then he'll have to kill you on the spot. The manager agrees and gives you a job delivering mail for free. Demand to be paid for my services.
It won't work.
Damn it, Austin. I'm trying to create a story here on the internet, guys, and you're not helping me. Come on, everyone. You insist that you should be paid for your work. The manager says that he can't afford to pay you anything, so you decide to steal some letters instead. Sell the stolen letters on the black market.
It won't work.
Oh! Oh no! Cena's. Oh no! Austin, gifting another tier sub. Ah! If I had left the hype train of Twitch turned on, then we would just be rolling on that with all kinds of benefits and perks for people. Because we don't need that kind of compulsion loop. You run out of the post office and make your way to the nearest black market, where you buy several letters. You sell them all for a small profit. Steal more letters from the post office. You continue stealing letters until you get tired and stop. Then you return to the post office and begin again. A few days later, the clerk comes back to collect your payment. Beat the clerk to death with stolen letters. You take the money and leave the post office. You feel no remorse for killing him.
I know what you're trying to do.
Damn it,
won't
damn it,
work.
crazy MLC, what the hell? Thank you all for continuing despite Bob Page. And me. But mostly Bob. He deserves it. Use the money to buy the post office. You head to the post office and buy it. Soon you own the only one in town. Years passed. Run the post office like a tyrant. Well, it is a post-apocalyptic simulator. You run the post office as usual, it's profitable, and you don't care how many people die because of it. Another gift. Blah, blah, blah. It's a good thing I'm not trying to focus on more intricate gameplay. This only requires me to fill out a text parser. I mean, I could do that. Hire Bob Page as a courier. You hire Bob Page as a courier. He takes over and runs the post office efficiently. You never hear from him again. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work. You tell Bob Page that he's not going to succeed. He leaves town and never returns.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Hire bandits to kill Bob Page. Damn it, Vic. What the fuck? You hire the bandit leader who is known for being ruthless. They agree to kill Bob Page for you. They go into the woods and ambush him. Smoke a cigar.
I know what you're trying to do.
Damn it, Overlord Darkwolf. What the fuck? You light up a cigar and enjoy the company of Bob Page's body. The next day, you find that Bob Page has been killed by a bullet to the head. Put Bob Page's head on a spike outside the post office as to serve as an example of what happens to those who cross me. You place Bob Page's head on a spike outside the post office. This serves as an example of what will happen to anyone who crosses you. Years pass. Get bored and set the post office on fire. You decide to burn down the post office. Unfortunately, you forget to turn off the gas valve, which causes the building to catch alight. Fortunately, nobody was inside at the time. Drive away from the city. You drive away from the city, but you can't escape the flames. The building collapses onto you and burns your flesh off. Here's back. Wait. What? Forbid anyone from ever bringing a mirror into my presence. You forbid anyone from ever bringing a mirror into your presence, and nobody dares to do so ever again. Search for ancient technology to regrow my lost flesh. You look around for any ancient technology or magical elixir that could help you regain some of your lost flesh. Eventually you come across a book with strange symbols written in old books. Wait. You come across a book with strange symbols written in old... Decipher the strange symbols. You begin to read the mysterious symbols and try to decode them. In the end, you discover that they mean nothing except a code. You have no idea what it means, though. Become a cryptologist to decipher the code. Or is it a cryptographer? Cryptologist? There we go. Thank you, Gabe. You become a cryptographer and attempt to decipher the cryptic message. After many attempts, you finally crack the code. It says, "This is my secret place." Years pass. Open the book. You open the book and see a picture of a man holding a gun to his own head. A small hole appears in the middle of his forehead, and blood pours. Close the book. You close the book and pretend like you didn't notice anything odd about this picture. Years pass. A few years later, you wake up in a cold sweat. Try to go back to sleep. But you find yourself unable to do so. Your body feels stiff and numb. You feel like something is watching you. Years pass. A few more years pass. Live underground. To avoid having windows in my house. You live underground to avoid having windows in your house. Nobody comes near it anymore. Years pass, a few more years pass, a few more years. Wake up one day and realize how old I've become. You wake up one day and realize how old you've become. You're not sure if you should be happy or sad about this fact. Drink myself into a stupor. This will allow you to live longer without aging at all. Steal the skin from other people and graft it onto my body. You decide to steal the skin from other people and graft it onto your body. This will allow you to age slower than normal humans. Laugh at my wisdom and considerable intellect and take a drink. You decide to laugh at your considerable intellect to take a drink. This will give you an extra 10 years on top of the normal 10 years you already had. Question the fuzzy math in my plan. We delivered that a long time ago. You decide to question the fuzzy math in your plan. The numbers don't add up right before you die before you can get younger. Turn over in my grave. It's funny. It's fine. I think the story's over. It's repetitive. I can certainly see the argument for that. That was a good life as a courier, everyone. I feel like we started off as Jim, a courier trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world. Our first story was obviously the best one. These other two have just been really sad.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Hey there, Mean Melter. Thanks for upsetting Bob. Alright, let's go into zombies. I'm a scientist. Savage. Bob Page, there you go. You are Bob Page, a scientist trying to survive in a world filled with infected zombies everywhere. You have a backpack and a solar-powered tablet. You pound your fist on the table angrily that you still haven't found the cure to the infection. You turn to your assistant and say, "We need to get out of here." "What about our supplies?" asks John. "I'm not worried about them," says Bob. "They're all locked up in the lab." Enter the lab. The door is locked, but you can hear voices from outside. You open the door and see several people standing around a large laboratory table covered with test tubes and other equipment. Walk into the lab. You walk through the door and find yourself in a room full of people, some of whom look like they've been crying. Tell the people to stop crying, because tears won't bring back the dead. Stop it, we don't want to die. Please, we'll do anything for you, cries one woman. It's okay, I understand, says another man. Use the people to research a cure to the infection. Okay, let's start by taking these people and putting them in an isolation tank, says Bob. He pulls out a small metal box and opens it up to revealing... Persuade the people to enter the isolation tank. Please, just leave us alone, says one of the men. All right then, says Bob as he puts his arm around each of their shoulders and begins to massage them. Let's go. Research a cure to the infection. Bob leads you through the lab, okay? I'm Bob. And into a large area where there are shelves upon shelves of various medical instruments. Use the medical instruments on the people. As you begin to experiment with different types of medical instruments, you notice a few things. One is that most of the people here have serious wounds or burns covering more than half their bodies. Analyze the wounds to determine the cause of the infection. I probably should tell it to remember I am Bob Page. You take a scalpel and cut open one of the men's arms. Blood oozes out onto the floor. The wound looks very deep and has no obvious exit point. I want you to remember, I am Bob Page. I'm not Bob Page, you know. Put the blood under a microscope. You examine the man's wounds under a microscope. It appears that he was attacked by something larger than a human, but smaller than a bear. There is also evidence of multiple puncture wounds to his body and trauma. You will survive your wounds if you drink this elixir. You pull out a bottle labeled Elixir of Life. You pour some of the liquid into a glass vial and give it to the man who takes a big gulp. Within seconds, he starts coughing up the blood. Laugh at the man for trusting you. For trusting me. The man coughs up blood and spits it all onto the ground. Ah, well, that explains why you're bleeding so much. Now, what does this mean? Study the blood to learn its secrets. You study the blood, learn its secrets. You carefully study the blood, you find that it contains many chemicals and substances which, when mixed together, create a strong poison. This is going to be pretty dangerous stuff, says Bob. Use the man's blood to create a strong poison. You mix the man's blood with some other ingredients and add water. You let it sit for several hours before drinking it. Wait, what? No! Revert! Use the man's blood to create a cure for the infection. You mix the man's blood with a small amount of the elixir and add saltpeter to make it even stronger. You then place it in an old canister and seal it shut. Deliver the old canister to the military. You walk over to the canister and pick it up. When you drop it down the chute, the canister slides right into the bottom without any problem. Good job, kid! Smoke a victory cigar. You light up a cigar and enjoy the moment. Alright. Study my lab notes to learn more about the infection. Or just study lab notes. You read through the lab notes. They describe how they were able to isolate the bacteria from the blood and successfully treat it with antibiotics. That's great! I want to try this myself. Extract blood from test subjects. You grab a syringe and inject yourself with the blood. Within moments, you feel like you are being stabbed in several places. Oh my god, I'm getting infected, screams Bob Page. Eat anti-infection. Eat antibiotics. You quickly finish off the rest of the canisters and throw them away. Then you take a few bites out of each one to get rid of the antibiotic inside. It tastes terrible, says Bob Page. Analyze my blood to see whether I'm cured. You take another sip of the elixir and notice that there's no longer any pain in your body. You also realize that you don't have any traces of blood left on your tongue or teeth. Mission accomplished. You stand up and celebrate by saying, "Mission accomplished." The soldiers look very impressed. "Well done, kid. We've got a great hero here," exclaims Bob Page. My god, I'm not Bob Page, you know? What happens next? You become famous for researching a cure to the zombie infection. Years pass. Become leader of the free world. Oh, shit. I said say instead of do. Smoke a victory cigar. The zombies have been wiped out and humanity has won the war against them. You became a celebrity and lived happily ever after. I think that's a good ending. That's science gone right, everyone. We did it. The power of science has saved the world. Bob Page is famous. History will not remember the crazy actions that he took, only that he did it. He saved the world. Yeah, the about section, or like a little bit of like text in the explanatory, does mention that it only remembers like the last 10 events, and if you wanted to go back further, you have to use the remember thing. I'm not trying to get elaborate stories out of this. I'm just, you know, exploring and seeing what content's there for me. Alright, let's try Cyberpunk. Select a character. Well, we've been in law enforcement. That didn't go well. We're gonna be a punk. I have most of the default Twitch emotes, almost all of them, blocked. So attempting to put them in chat is going to return a rejection. Obviously, the thousands and thousands of affiliate and partner emotes, I could not even begin to go through the process of attempting to block. But this is not an emote-friendly channel. Enter your character's name. We're going to call ourselves Slick. You are Slick, a punk living in the futuristic city of Zale. You have a bag of drugs and a hollow band. You wake up in a dark alley with bruises all over your body. You have no idea what happened. You stand up and see that you are naked. You look around and see that you are in a basement. There is a door on the left wall leading to an elevator which opens up into another room where there is a computer screen. Search for clothes. Hey there, Lee says. Appreciate it. You decide to go back to the bar and ask for help. The bartender tells you that he can't do anything about it since he has been drinking himself stupidly all night long. Steal the bartender's clothes. You grab the bartender's clothes off his rack and put them on. He looks at you like a complete idiot when he sees you dressed as him. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Sell bag of drugs to the bartender. That's not what I put in. But okay. Great. Step into the elevator. You enter the elevator and press the button down. As soon as you open your eyes, you feel dizzy and fall backwards. When you come to, you find yourself in a strange place. Where am I? You try to remember, but you don't know how. Suddenly, the elevator door opens up and you find yourself outside in a bright light. You realize that you are standing on top of a building with other buildings surrounding it. Examine surroundings. The sky is blue and there are several buildings around you. You look around and notice they are made out of metal, not wood or stone. They seem to be connected by pipes and wires. Hello? Is anybody out here? You walk forward and see a man sitting in front of a computer. He turns around and smiles at you. Hi, you say. He turns around and smiles back at you. Where am I? I'm in a game called Escape from New York, and we're trying to escape from this place. How do we escape from New York? Well, first we need to get out of this place. We'll talk more later. You nod and turn around. You then hear a voice behind you. It sounds very familiar. Close eyes and pray. You close your eyes and pray silently. Then you hear the voice again. It seems very familiar. Are you ready to leave? Yes, you reply. Good. Follow the man. You continue walking along the street. Suddenly you see a large building ahead of you. It seems to be made out of steel and concrete. What is this building? You ask the man what the building is. He replies that it's an airport. The two of you go inside the building and walk through a door. You are able to have the story progress according to the tips that scroll down there at the bottom, and just, like, not give any input at all. At any rate, we might have found how to leave New York if we just take an airplane. Buy 2 tickets to Denver. You enter the ticket counter and buy 2 tickets for Denver. After paying, you exit the terminal and head towards the gate. As you walk along, you start hearing loud music coming from outside. Wait for my airplane. You wait for your plane to arrive. Eventually, you reach the gate where a flight attendant greets you. She looks at you suspiciously and asks if you have any weapons with you. Bribe the flight attendant. Repetitive. You agree to pay her $100 and she gives you a small bag containing some money. She takes the bag and leaves. You watch as she walks away from you. She doesn't even look at you. Sell her some of my cocaine. Board the plane. You board the plane and sit down. As soon as you do, the plane begins to take off. You feel nervous about flying, so you try to relax yourself by watching TV on your seat. Watch a funny movie. You decide to watch a comedy movie on your way to Denver. You open up the DVD player and begin watching the film. The plane flies over mountains and forests until it finally lands in Denver. Leave the airport. Yeah, we escaped from New York, everyone. You stand up and walk out of the airport. You find a taxi cab waiting for you. So are you going to Denver, the cabbie asks. Yes, I am going to Denver. Great, let me know when you're getting there. You get into the car and drive to your destination. When you arrive, you park your car near a gas station. Buy snacks at the gas station. You buy a couple of chips and a drink at the gas station. That was really good, you say. Thanks, but I think we should stop here for lunch before heading back home. Snort a victory line of cocaine. Had to go somewhere that wasn't New York. You grab a few bags of chips and a bottle of soda. You then walk to the nearby convenience store. I'm not sure how much more I can take, so... Farewell. You turn around and walk away from the convenience store. You don't want to be seen right now. You walk across the street and enter a bar. A young man comes up to you. Good evening. Hello, my name is Alex. He smiles and nods his head. He starts talking to you about his life. He tells you that he's an engineer who works at a company called Aperture Science. Would you like to buy some drugs? Yeah, sure. He hands you a pack of cigarettes and 2 bottles of water. You thank him and start to smoke 1 cigarette. We are the worst salesmen. Unless we're on like some sort of like barter exchange program. and start to smoke one cigarette after another. Soon you smoked all the cigarettes. Bang. Pleasure doing business with you. After taking a long drag, you put the cigarette butt in your pocket. What do you think of this place, you ask? It's fine, the man says. Would you like to build a cyber snowman? Sure, why not? You pull out your phone and type in the code. You press the button, wait for a few seconds while the screen flashes red. Wait. Soon, a small figure appears on the screen. It looks like a little girl. She has blue hair and wears a white dress with green trimming. Her eyes are closed as she stares blankly ahead. We want to build a cyber snowman. The little girl opens her eyes and smiles. She runs over to you and hugs you tightly. Thank you, she exclaims. How did you get out of my screen? Am I high? No, it's okay. She giggles and kisses you on the cheek. She pulls away and walks off into the crowd. You sigh in relief. Sorry, Alex. I wanted to build a cyber snowman with you. I have no idea who she was. You look down at your phone, there's a new message from Alex. Hey, I got out of your screen, he says. Oh, good, you reply. Build a cyber snowman with Alex. Build a cyber snowman. You're going to need more than just Alex's help if you ever hope to complete this project. Damn it! Search for additional funding to build the cyber snowman. Ah, I'm also in story mode instead of do mode. Hang up on Alec. Apologize and hang up. You hang up immediately when you realize you didn't really mean to insult Alex, still he wasn't exactly wrong about his assumption about your motives. You'll try again later. Go to a chop shop. You walk towards the city center where there are many places to eat. Eventually you find one called Chop Shop, which seems to be popular among locals. You order some food and pay for it before heading inside. Do you have any second-rate cybernetics? I want to build a cyber snowman. Oops, I shouldn't have put that quotation mark there. You enter the place and see several people sitting around talking. A man sits behind a counter looking bored. Another stands behind him, staring at you intently. I am here for the goods. He frowns and turns his head slightly. What do you want? He asks. Give me the cybernetics, or I will kill you. He looks at you and then at the other man. The man nods slowly but doesn't speak. Wait for the cybernetics. The man takes out a small box and opens it. Inside is a metal plate with an eye on it. It has two buttons on either side of the plate, one labeled off and another labeled on. Take the small box. You grab the box and open it. Inside is a large piece of plastic with a few wires attached to it. It has 3 holes in its surface, allowing electricity to flow through it. Okay. Use the... cybernetics to build a snowman. You carefully insert the piece of plastic into the holes in the ice and begin building a snowman. You work quickly as you can, but eventually you run out of time. Purchase more time. You turn off the power to the machine and sit down on a bench nearby. You pick up your phone and call Alex. Hello? I need your help to finish this snowman. Sure, why not, he says. Can you come over right now so I don't waste my time? Of course. Wait for Alex. You wait patiently until he arrives. When he does, you explain everything to him. Alright, let's get started, he says. Okay, you reply. Good luck. Build a snowman with Alex's help. Finish the snowman with Alex's help. You put all your energy into making the snowman, and after a long while, you feel like you've made enough progress that it could be finished. Snort of victory cocaine. You start feeling excited about what you're going to make, and suddenly you realize how much time you wasted trying to figure out how to do something. Forget the past. You look back at the machine and see that you forgot to connect the power cord. With a sigh, you throw away the pieces of ice and start over again. Finish building the snowman. You finish building the snowman and place it inside a cardboard box. You take out your phone and call Alex again. Hey Alex, are you there? Can we talk? We finished the snowman. Yeah, we did it, you shout. Well done, he replies. I am going to sell my creation to Rinraku. What? No way! That would be illegal. It's not illegal, just very difficult. So if you want to sell to Rinraku, I will give you a discount. What? Sell the snowman to Rinraku. You sell the snowman to Rinraku. You hang up the phone and rush home. You go upstairs and check on the snowman. The price is 5 million yen, you say. Oh boy, here we go. Wait. You wait anxiously for Rinraku to respond. After a few minutes, you hear his voice. Wait. Rinraku finally responds. Are you ready, he asks. Yes, you answer. Great. I'll have someone bring me the parts tomorrow morning, he says and hangs up. Wait. You wait anxiously for Rinraku to respond. After another few hours, you hear his voice again. Hurry up and get some sleep. I'm going to be busy today. Go to sleep. Fall asleep in the middle of work the next day. You wake up early and head to Rinraku's shop. Sell the snowman. You walk to Rinraku's shop and see that he's already left. You decide to try selling the snowman to a random person who might be interested in it. No, I don't. Seems broken. Wait. Oh, so glad you came back. Sell the snowman to Rinraku. You run to the front of the shop and grab the snowman from where you left it. You hand it to him and he takes it from you. Here, take this. Where's my money? In the pocket of your pants, he answers. Okay, I guess we'd agree to disagree then. He replies, so what do you need it for? Refuse to answer the question and leave Rinraku's shop. You walk outside and find yourself surrounded by Rinraku's employees. They all stare at you with suspicion. Nervously walk away. You quickly turn around and walk away from them. You don't know what they're talking about, but you do feel like you should be careful. So, you sold the snowman to Rinraku? Yes! I am rich! That's great. Now that you made enough money, you can buy your own mansion. That's a great idea! Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, you shout as loud as possible. We really appreciate it, he says and walks off. Buy a mansion. You spend the rest of the day happily spending your money. You even manage to convince yourself that you're happy. It was worth it after all. Move into the mansion. After a couple of days pass, you decide to move into the mansion. You begin looking around for furniture and other things that would fit in there. When you find everything, you realize how expensive it will be to live there. Buy cheap furniture for the mansion. You buy cheap furniture for the mansion. You also start buying food and drink from the local store, which is just down the street. Soon you're living comfortably in the mansion. A story from rags to riches. One man's cyber snowman is another man's treasure. I will live happily for the rest of my days. The next morning, you wake up and go downstairs to see Renraka waiting for you. Good morning, he greets. Morning. Would you like some breakfast? Sure, I'll get the coffee maker ready, you say. Oh no, I'm not gonna have any coffee today, he complains. Would you like some juice instead? No thanks, I'll make some tea for you, you say. Thanks, but I'm fine without it, he replies. Eat breakfast with Renraku. You sit down at a table near Renraku and he sits beside you. After eating breakfast, you ask him if he wants anything else to drink. Ask Renraku why. Why are you here today? Well, I wanted to visit the shop that sells the stuff we bought yesterday, he explains. I don't know what you're talking about. I sold you my snowman. You paid me. That is the end of our business together. I want you to leave now. But don't try to argue with me because I won't listen to reason. Okay then, I guess we should part ways. Good luck on your new life. Hire security guards for my mansion. You agree to Raku's request and hire several people who look very young and weak. They act as guards for your new mansion. Train guards to be strong and smart. Your guards become very strong and intelligent. Eventually they surpass your own guards and take over the entire place. The only thing left is to kill them all so that you can finally live out your dream of being rich. Live happily ever after. After years of training, your guards are stronger than anyone else and smarter than yours. You spend most of your time working on the mansion or playing games on your computer. We're gonna call that a victory, everyone. We had a happy ending there. Wasn't as great as, you know, our first existence, but also probably wasn't as terrible. How one man, Slick, had a dream to build a cyber snowman. I also escaped from New York along the way, and traveled to Denver, where I won the game. So, that's good. I did that, built a cyber snowman, sold it to Renraku for 5 million yen. Bought a mansion with it, dirt cheap. Filled it with cheap furniture, trained up some security guards, and lived happily ever after. Amazing. Good work, team. We did it. Alright, we told 5 stories. So we had a nice one involving zombies with Bob Page. We had a nice one there with Slick. We had a nice one there where I was a wizard who became the supreme ruler of the universe. And our mystery and apocalyptic ones weren't too good. The mystery one was really sad. There's apparently a custom one, an archive one, and a Mad Lib one. I've also noticed that you can do, like, multiplayer stuff if you're a Patreon supporter. And, there's, like, some other scenarios that people have constructed to go through. Something or another. So that's neat. I've enjoyed the past hour and a half I've spent with this. Yeah, this has been entertaining. I'm not sure I would ever do it again, but there are certainly a host of people, like Dan Taku and Dan's wife Sophie, and other folks that I could trick into creating content for my channel that people will throw money at, thus allowing the corporate growth machine to continue to roll. So yeah, this has been entertaining. Hope you folks are inspired to tell your own stories. Perhaps something that, you know, might make other use of the commands or alterations to ensure that the story stays on track that you want. So if we go custom, that's what happens there. Okay. Neat. Yeah. Now if we click on AI Dungeon here again and we try Archive, I see. Well, I thought we were done. And I think we still are. We're just gonna leave that one, like, sitting there. Try to remember all the details. That might certainly be something, so that we can have a cohesive and coherent story. And if I press the Mad Lib thing, just wants a character name, and I mean, we'll probably be rolling with the punches even crazier than what we have been thus far. But I think that does it for our exploits together in AI Dungeon. It's also served as a nice broadcasting test of things and elements, much like Total War Attila ended up doing. And everything worked together pretty smoothly. Dropped 0 frames, Christmas has been saved, the day, and everything.